We've delved into the values of librarianship and the partnership of libraries with communities. So what's happening in the environment in which our libraries function? Well, even the venerable New York Times, a favorite of librarians, a favorite of the well-educated and well-read, is asking challenging questions. Recently, they ran a debate series called "Do We Still Need Libraries?" In the UK, the elected Council of Gloucestershire consulted with residents about what might be cut when their revenues plummeted. The council conducted surveys and town hall meetings and the like. And here's what residents said. They said they wanted to keep services to the poor and disadvantaged, but concluded that services like the public library could be reduced. Clearly, many of these people did not see the library as a service to the poor and disadvantaged, though it very clearly is. Many public libraries in the UK have already closed or been placed into survival mode or maintained simply as static book lending operations run by devoted but untrained volunteers. This is just one example of libraries caught in deficit fighting, and we have no reason to think that this is going away or that any jurisdiction is going to be immune from it. The competition for public dollars, which fund so many of our libraries, is real. Healthcare in an aging society has been a major and, frankly, a perfectly legitimate contender. So are firefighting, the police department, and a host of other tax-supported services that can make a compelling case for public dollars. In the university environment, libraries are challenged to demonstrate measurable impacts on student recruitment and retention, and on student learning outcomes. If they ever could depend on being viewed and supported as the, quote, heart of the university, they can't now. Ironically, the more convenient the library makes access to scholarly data from the laptop or mobile anywhere, the less visible is the library's role in actually negotiating and paying for this and enabling access to all these databases from everywhere. In the school environment, libraries are in competition for both attention and budget. School library budgets have been in decline, and research shows that the decline in the US has been highest in high poverty areas where, arguably, the school library can make the biggest difference in literacy and academic achievement. Funding squeezes aren't the only risk point. Libraries that have positioned themselves chiefly as providers of information and lenders of books and videos now find that most people are confident that they can find their own information on the internet. These people are not necessarily proficient at finding good information in an ocean that includes a great deal of junk, but they are confident, and many of them now question the relevance of libraries and librarians in the information provision role. As we saw in the UK, for example, libraries that are seen simply as providers of materials to the middle class are at risk when the money runs low. And there are widely held assumptions that untrained volunteers can replace the trained staff. What are the prospects for greater collaboration with community organizations to leverage the place and the collections and the ideas when there's no one charged with doing that work? And that's just the funding environment. In the policy environment, we see library values challenged by domination by video and music industries, for example, in the copyright debate. Who will speak for the public interest? We're also seeing a growing fixation on security and surveillance that treats privacy of information access and communication as somehow quaint relics of the past. How are we to advocate for libraries and librarianship and these values in this highly competitive environment? This brings me to what advocacy is and isn't in our next video.